What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Hardcore Hooligan, and today for my introduction video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best hardcore survival world ever. Just kidding, but I find it pretty cool. So, over here is my first house. It's okay. It's very nostalgic for me because it was the first house that I've ever made, or at least in hardcore. So to start, I'll show you this little path. This goes down to my mine over there. Um, yeah, pretty simple. So I'm not going to be doing my hardcore world on this world. I'm going to be creating a brand new, like, kind of forever world for the channel with hopefully feedback from you guys. So yeah, I'll get to showing you the house. Okay, so I was pretty new to building, so this took me a lot longer than it probably should have, but you know what? I think it looks pretty good. So it's got a pretty good view of my compound. Yeah, so the interior, pretty simple. Have your little entryway, and then over here is kind of like a library, like cafe-ish looking kind of thing. And then another balcony over here. And then a simple bedroom. Simple bedroom with a balcony off of it. Excuse me. Up here, I have a pretty simple netherwort farm. Continuing on, though, downstairs is my storage room. And obviously, not enough storage, not even close. But back here was my furnaces. I required them, so I commandeered them. And then this is kind of like a little ironworking shop. And, you know, got all my books here. Continuing on, down here, it's kind of a back porch. And then I snuck my animal farm down underneath. I might, well, actually, I won't. But I was thinking of moving that somewhere else. But since I'm creating a new world, I decided not to. But over here, this was my first kind of like bigger build that I was proud of. It took me quite a while, but it's like my own little slice of the nether. I was also planning on like having every biome, like, so it's like your normal waste biome, then through there warped forest, and then past that another portal with a crimson forest. But yeah, maybe in the next world. I feel like that'd be a pretty cool kind of like end game build, maybe. But I have a little bee farm, which was highly necessary for something you'll see in like a little bit. But through this little decorative, kind of like industrial chimney chute for my auto smelter. It looked better. As you can see, iron golem died there. I had to spawn proof it because it's right next to my golem farm. So yeah, but down here, I thought this turned out pretty cool down here. It looks better without the texture pack I have on, where with like the bordered ores. But yeah, I think it looks good. Got a lot of stuff down here. Alright, moving on. I really liked how I was able to like tuck all my farms into this hill here. It kind of gets them out of the way and keeps the focus on the prettier things in life. And y'all have seen an iron farm before. Nothing special here. This guy must die. Get out of here. You're messing up my spawn rates, busters. Oh, jeez, he almost killed me. You too. Whatever, I'll do that later. Over here is my string/slime farm. Took me forever to get all this tuft, but I think it looks pretty cool. Moving on. Right here, simple flower farm. And then stick farm. And this path goes all the way around the compound. But right here I tried to have it kind of like go along with the natural generation of the land. And since it dipped down by this river, I figured why not have like my farming district over here. I used to have, oh, there's one, but farming villagers, but I think they all died. Yeah, and I have beacons underneath all of my custom trees here. I think it looks relatively decent. And then on the sides here, this is kind of like open air storage, like overflow storage. Alright, time to kill. Alright. So this is my baby. This was what took me the most. It's kind of my mega base. It's where all my villagers are on the inside. There's multiple floors. Each floor has a different villager type. Pretty cool. Oh, and then my doorbell. Here's my court salesmen. They were essential. Oh my god. Like all of this quartz took so many emeralds. So many. But yeah, we won't talk about that. It's traumatic. Here's where I sell my iron. And then I will head on in. So right here, as you can see, a lot of beacons, but I think it looks pretty cool. Kind of turned out all right, I guess. But the main attraction here is Mrs. Mending. She gives me a mending book for one emerald. Doesn't get much sweeter than that. All right, moving on. So, yep, got this, and then more guys here. Every enchant in the game. This guy, I don't know why, but keep on keeping on. Down here is my breeder. You keep going beyond this. We have the auto storage room. So, pretty simple. I was gonna do a storage with like every block in the game, but I figured I would save that for like my actual forever world, and I wanted to start the YouTube channel and everything. So yeah, Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you guys takes a bit of a flight. I built these lines here for decoration. Don't know if I'm in love or not, but yeah. So over here used to be a huge river, but I needed a lot of black dye for that, for the void floor, and yep, this was the result of that. Huge open space. I was planning on doing another mega build here. So if you guys want to see that, since I already have it cleared out, I can make a special video on this world doing something crazy here. But yeah, let me know if you want to see that. Pretty simple. Here we'll head over to my nether hub. This was my sponge drying room. Don't really have a use for it anymore because El River is gone. But yeah, this I am very proud. You know, I wasn't the biggest builder. I was more of a PvPer, but this world I just got super inspired, and this is how it turned out. No videos, just pure creativity. Alright, moving on, I will show you my various farms. So, first on the list, which I won't go and show you, since you've probably seen it before, but just your typical raid farm. But moving on down here, why is my elytra not working? Normally I'd use the ice boat, but for this video's purpose, elytra does the trick. So first and foremost, I have my Wither Skull farm, which was necessary for all those beacons you saw. Pretty simple. Just use the usual like portal linking with the cobweb effect, and yeah, chunk loader to keep them going. Okay, and for this build, I kind of wanted to go with like a archaeological kind of like lost study kind of vibe. But I gave the villagers their own copper golem as like an assistant, but I forgot to wax them, so now they're just, I guess, decorations. The floor was gonna be a void floor initially, but I decided not to, be kind of redundant since I already had one on the storage area. But this enchanting room has to be the coolest enchanting room I've ever made. It's just, I don't know, I love it. It just feels so satisfying. And you can enter the end like that. So over here, the plan here was to remove every obsidian pillar and completely redo the end, making it one like massive rocket ship kind of deal, and it'd be like one big Enderman farm. But for now, well, I don't think I'll ever end up doing that in this world. Maybe in the next world. But I'll head down here. This was my second XP farm. But I really like how it turned out. It's pretty simple, you know, just a small, standard Enderman farm. But, yeah. Heading on up. Trying to think what else there is left. Yeah, as you can see, I removed 4 pillars already. It's kind of a waste of time. But I ended up using the obsidian anyway for my nether highway, so it kind of works out. Next. Oh yeah, I'll show you my Enderman, or my creeper farm. Pretty standard, you know. But the special part was I mob-proofed everywhere. Like 100 to 150 block radius type of deal. I had to do the same thing for my wither skeleton farm, but I was an idiot and decided to use stone slabs, which, brutal. Had to make a extra silk touch netherite pickaxe just to gather stone. But yeah, kind of like little overflow storage here. And over here, I never got to make in the chests or anything, but yeah, I kind of like those lions up there, but I guess subjective to each their own. But yeah, I think that kind of concludes the walkthrough of my world. I'm excited to start the next one. Hopefully you guys enjoy the series. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.